Well, and I think that explains a lot of the animosity that has since arisen between Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft. It was reported back at the time that Kraft had some not so kind things to say about Belichick to Arthur Blank, the owner of the Falcons, which, if true, and I think it's been denied, but if true, it just shows that the partnership among the ultra-rich overrides the competitive desires, because really, you never know when you're going to come across the Falcons again in a Super Bowl. And, you know, if you think Bill Belichick is going to be a problem for the Falcons, go ahead and let Arthur Blank hire him. But there's also a chance, and this is why I thought, why would Arthur Blank listen to Robert Kraft here? Because there is a chance that Robert Kraft doesn't want Bill Belichick to go thrive somewhere else. And if they do cross paths in the Super Bowl at some point in the future, if it's 28-3 and Bill Belichick's a head coach, the Falcons aren't going to blow that lead. So that whole thing was just weird to me, and it was illogical. But something has caused Belichick and Kraft to be deeply at odds, with Belichick coming off as ridiculously petty when he bans the New England Patriots scouts from campus in a violation of the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. It would have been a no-brainer lawsuit. They should have filed the lawsuit, sought attorney's fees, and donated whatever they got from the University of North Carolina to charity. It was that easy. It was simple. They didn't do it. But that's how strained that relationship currently is. And I know that there's this idea out there. And enjoy it for the next week. Enjoy it for the next week, Michael. Not you. Anybody out there that has this idea that there is a master plan pursuant to which Robert Kraft has worked this vast media conspiracy, one person at a time. He's lined everyone up, all the dominoes. You know how back when we didn't have anything to do, we would line up dominoes and hit the first one, and
oh yeah,
it was fun for 5 seconds.
Knock 'em
and then you
down.
go clean up the mess. Yeah. Then you had to clean it up. And then you start doing it again, and you hit one, and they all fall down. It's like, ah! But he's lined up all these dominoes. It's the most intricate line of dominoes. I mean, that thing's starting in the basement. It's going up the steps. It's going around the kitchen. It's through the living room. It's up the steps again. It's going through all the bedrooms and the bathrooms. It's going over the toilet. It's running up and down the bathtub. Like, he's got it all in place so that Belichick doesn't get in and he gets in. That because they are in competition with each other, and we're going to revisit the convoluted nature of the voting as it relates to Bill Belichick not having an up or down vote. He's in competition with Robert Kraft and 3 players. Okay, that whole theory holds water only if Kraft gets in. Let's see if Kraft gets in. So enjoy the next week with this idea that Robert Kraft, who somehow pulled a Jedi mind trick on Arthur Blank to not hire Bill Belichick, also has carefully constructed a network of media plants who somehow have managed to get Kraft in and Belichick out. Enjoy that for the next week, and let's see if Kraft gets in. Because if I had to bet, and you said don't bet, if I had to bet, I'd say Kraft's not getting in either because of this system. Because of the way that the voting works.
I'm with you.
I don't think he's getting in, Michael. And there's his statement for those of you watching.
How about that statement? I like the first sentence. Whatever perceptions may exist about any personal differences between Bill Belichick and me. Perceptions? That's nice. That is really well done, huh? The perceptions between Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick and their issues.
Hey, he's right. Yeah. The perceptions exist. They definitely exist.
Perceptions exist, and so does the reality. You just pointed out Bill Belichick, and he confirmed it. He confirmed it because it would have been a great rumor, and he would have said, hey, he should have said when they asked him about, hey, scouts not welcome on North Carolina's campus, hey, I don't want to talk about that. I'm focused on Wake Forest. I'm focused on, Stanford, whatever it is. You got to just move on because it's so outrageous. You should never even admit it. You did it. Don't admit it. But he came out and admitted that he doesn't allow Patriot scouts on campus. I'm not welcome in their house. Why should they be welcome in mine? Or something, paraphrasing, something like that. So the perceptions are there, and so is the reality of Kraft and Belichick and the split. It was a tough split. It was nasty. And so, and it remains a very cold relationship. I mean, they tried to make light of it. Remember with the Tom Brady roast, and Kevin Hart said, hey, come over here. Let's do a shot. Yeah, you too, Bill and Robert, come over here. Yeah, well, I may do a shot, but I'm still not talking to this guy. And so if Kraft were to get into the Hall of Fame over Belichick, then I mentioned yesterday how Belichick, he may not show up for the Hall of Fame induction when he actually gets in. That becomes more real. Not, hey, it's bad enough that I don't get in, but he gets in before I do. I'm not a first ballot Hall of Famer. One, that's my first slight because I always thought I would be, right? And then secondly, Robert Kraft, the guy who fired me, and kind of bragged about it later, not immediately, but he kind of bragged about like, hey, how it was necessary, and this is what he had to do, and glad to move on now to first Gerard Mayo and then Mike Vrabel. He gets in before I do. Might be tough to spot Bill Belichick in Canton.
If the Hall of Fame has any sense of flair, it will rig the process next year to have them both get in the same class.
Yeah.
And both be inducted on the same night. And look, the Hall of Fame, not that now under the Jerry Jones theory, it's been a good week for the Hall of Fame because any publicity is good publicity. We've talked more about the Hall of Fame the last 2 days than we've talked about the Hall of Fame for a year, cumulative. But it's just not a good look for the Hall of Fame. So there's more to say about this.
Mike,
and go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, now, my math may be off. It's not my strong suit. It's either 27 or 28 for Brady, right? He's up in 27?
He last played in 22. So it'd be 28, I believe.
28?
Class of 28, I believe.
Why not rig this thing some more? Hey, let's have some good living and some good eating for everybody, some exercise. Make sure everybody is there. Bring them all. How about the trio? Have them all inducted the same year. Brady,
yeah, I mean,
Belichick,
but Bill Polian may want Tom Brady to serve a 1-year penance because of Deflategate. So
Deflategate.
It'd have to be 2029. Yeah, and cleaning that up, because we're going to take a break and then hit on some of these other issues. But cleaning up the Bill Polian side of it, remember that he said initially, first of all, he denied having anything to do with pushing the idea that Bill Belichick should wait a year because of Spygate. But he told Sports Illustrated that he voted for Belichick. Then he told ESPN.com, I can't say with 100% certainty whether I voted for Belichick, which is just ridiculous on its surface. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.